Right, we're ready to race here with Roscoe Tanner to serve the Vilas first game in the best of 5 sets final in the Marlborough Australian Open.
Fault. Left. Love 15.
First point was interesting. It doesn't tell us that much, but it looks to me as if the way Roscoe hit that volley, he's going to concentrate his attack down the middle of the court to Vilas. He'll be doing that to try to jam Vilas as Tony Roach did in their match in Sydney.
Double fault. Love 30. Fault. Second play, right please. Play. Fault. Love 40. Fault.
Yeah.
15-40.
Colin, did you notice how quickly Vilas got to that ball? I mean, he almost made a winner. It was about 6 inches below top of the net, but it was on.
Up. 30-40.
I love that name, the man with the bionic arm. I love it. What did he go with that one?
Yes. Fault.
Yeah.
Advantage receiver.
Beautiful to watch Vilas when he's running for forehand or backhand. He takes the ball so early and he can crack it down the line or cross court.
Fault.
Oh,
Yes.
The flaw in those first points are the 2 double faults, but the rest of it is silk department stuff, isn't it?
Very well said. Silk department stuff.
Fault. Out. Advantage server.
We often hope there'll be a final, will be a great match, and I can't believe this won't be other than a great match because they're great competitors. Neither will give an inch.
Oh, he called that out. Oh, he did. He called it out, and then he saw the players walking, and he changed his mind.
Well, I'd argue
Yeah,
with you a
he's
bit,
saying that
John.
he went like that, but he didn't. He called with one hand.
Well, no, let me take issue on this. It's not a call until you vocally call. You can raise you shouldn't raise your hand, but there's an instinct, and that's one of the problems the umpires have got. We're talking about last night. They really should sit on their hands. See the other 2 umpires? Can you quickly shoot up the other end, Brendan? The umpires behind the court at the southern end for me, please. See where they're sitting, where they've literally got their hands under there, behind them, and that often is they sit like that, so they can't get their hands to shoot out instinctively. Well, it's dangerous, I know.
I don't know. I think you should...
I'm with John on this, but as I know it, it is not an official call out until vocally it is called out. So this game, anyway, after all that, Roscoe Tanner, 1 love on service.
Colin, there's a lady who works at Nilex. She's down there. She asked me to bring this program up, the tennis book.
G. Vilas to serve.
Would you sign that for the lady? She works with Colin Long at Nilex.
If she was with Nilex Corporation, she's a nice person.
Out. 15 love. Out. 30 love. Out. 40 love. Game Vilas. 1 game all.
Nick, they'd be giving each other a decent try, wouldn't they?
Very important match for both players.
Foul.
Football's called. That's interesting.
Love. Foul. Out. 30 love.
Well, Vilas has a very good hooked forehand from wide out there. That's how difficult that serve became. It swung, literally, more than swung, it swung. Really moved out wide.
Foul.
Hmm.
40 love.
One of the interesting things to watch about this match is going to be where Tanner serves to Vilas. One of Tanner's biggest weapons is his serve, and one of Vilas's biggest weapons is his return of serve.
Foul.
So it'll be interesting to see how Tanner uses his serve against the Vilas return.
Game Tanner. He leads 2 games to 1.
In many games I've watched, you always get a feeling that the players feel each other out for about 3 all, to about 3 all, and then somebody seems to make a determined effort. It happens often. Did you ever consciously work to a position and then say, let's go?
Well, not consciously, but whenever you start a match, you should never, show everything you got in the first few games. You've got to, hold something back and to allow for a change of tactics. But these two boys have only played each other twice, I believe. So there's a certain amount of feeling out going there. It looks to me as if Roscoe Tanner has decided to really go for his second serve, to put a lot of speed on them and serve to the Vilas forehand quite a lot.
We've got to win each, Newt.
Foul. Love 15.
Yeah, I tell you, Guillermo Tanner fell down, but Yermo didn't bother to look at him or anything. He just called for the ball. He wants to serve the next point.
all.
Nicely into the body on the backhand side. A good service from Vilas.
Fault. $30, 15. Fault. All.
Point for Tanner to break through the fourth game of the first set.
Well, let's see where Vilas elects to serve to Tanner, where he thinks Tanner may have a weakness.
Fault. Double fault. Game Tanner. He leads 3-1.
Colin, you may be interested in talking with the guys I do before the game in the alleyway there. You can often get a feeling of how they're acting. Roscoe seemed pretty relaxed. On the other hand, Guillermo seemed to be rather tense.
Fault. Out. 15 love.
Well, I reckon Tanner's hit about 8 second serves, and 7 of them I think he's served to the Vilas forehand. Interesting.
Fault. All.
Well, Vilas stands well behind the baseline to receive serve, but as soon as he's got that service return back, he moves up to the baseline, and his next shot is usually played inside the baseline.
Oh, look at that.
30-15.
We were commenting earlier, Michael, that in the press this morning they were saying Tanner was the guy with the bionic arm. I don't know whether you saw that.
No.
40-15. Game Tanner. He leads 4-1.
He's really looking good, isn't he? Long way to go, of course.
Yes, well, they've both settled into the match very quickly. Yes, that's Jon Tiriac on your screen there now. The famous player from Romania and also the coach and mentor of Guillermo Vilas at the moment.
Why a Romanian with an Argentinian? So it nearly is a funny combination.
Chiriac's taken up with a few of the younger players. He helped Nastasi get established on the circuit. Of course, he was a Romanian, and after that he was helping Orantes for a while, and then he was helping Panaka, and now Vilas is the latest one, and he's acting as manager for Vilas also. Vilas don't make a move unless Chiriac says so, and you'll notice Vilas during the match, you'll look round at Chiriac and every now and then for maybe some instructions, some confidence.
Out. 15 love.
Vilas down 1-4 in the first set.
Fault. Out. 15 all. Out. 15-30.
Bit tentative on that forehand volley, wasn't he? Oh,
very good.
15-40. Out. Game Tanner. He leads 5 games to 1.
Hey, Newt, he's putting him through in this first set, isn't he?
He's playing really well, but it's funny, this is like the 4th set against Rosewell yesterday. Tanner started off down love 40 in the first game. All of a sudden, he's up 5-1. He did the same thing against Rosewell.
Tanner serving for the first set.
Double fault. Love 15.
And he'll expect to serve a few double faults today, I think, because he's really going for his second serve. I agree with his tactics, too. I think he's got to go for it.
Fault. Love 30.
He's moving that ball beautifully into Vilas's body on that service, John.
Yes, he's taking a tip from Tony Roach, who did exactly the same to Vilas in Sydney.
Fault.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Roscoe had had a word to Tony before he played this match and asked him for some advice.
Oh, there's a great shot.
Love 40.
That's incredible, isn't it? 5-1 and love 40.
Yes, but remember, that's when Roscoe's dangerous.
It's
15-40.
Do you reckon he could have a bionic arm?
Fault.
Oh, he's fast, isn't he? Shit.
Out.
yeah. Well done, Vilas.
Game full up. Tanner leads 5 games to 2.
Well, irrespective of how the set finishes, I think we're going to see a very much stronger Vilas in the second set. I think this is a warm-up set for the man. He'll try and hold service and give it a go for the next one, but irrespective of the set, I think the match is only getting underway.
Well, I feel, Colin, that Vilas hasn't found his serve yet. He hasn't served very well in this set. The first serves that he has got in, we saw in his last service game, he was down 15-30, and he put a serve out to the Tanner's forehand, and it wasn't that good enough serve, was it? Tanner just ripped it back across court for a winner. So we'll probably find his serving will pick up. As he gets into the second set, he'll find a bit of rhythm. But if he has got a weakness in his game, it would be low volleys where he's forced, and his second serve. I think sometimes he gets a little shaky on the second serve. Occasionally, Vilas has elected to stay back as he did yesterday, but I think Tanner's made up his mind that no matter what happens, when Vilas serves, he's just going to hit out and go for his returns.
Vilas serving, score 2-5, first set.
Ooh.
15 love.
I thought it was out.
Yes, it looked out.
Love. Fault.
Rushing the serve a little bit, isn't he, Collins?
His rhythm is not good today. He's not on balance at all.
Out. 15 all.
His pace is down too, John. He serves much harder than that. He's not as hard as Tanner, we know, but by golly, he can lace the ball. And at the moment, he's content with just over three-quarter pace.
Well, I think he'll settle into it soon.
$15, 30. Fault. All. Fault.
He's trying to step up the pace just a little bit in the last 2 or 3 serves, John.
Yes, he is, but his ball toss is a little erratic still.
Out. 40, 30.
It's like an early first game the way they're playing this one, isn't it? Flat-footed Tanner then.
Ladies and gentlemen in the Eastern Bank, could you please be quiet while the players are about to play? Thank you.
It's the Melbourne Hill.
Fault.
Oh, very good.
Out. Game, Vilas. Tanner leads 5 games to 3. Left.
Colin, I was looking down there, standing up here looking down. I saw Tiriac raise his fist to Vilas and shake it as if to say, come on, break back.
Fault.
I'll be almost frightened not to break back if he did that to me.
$15 love. Fault.
Played.
30 love. Fault. 30-15.
He's been hiding that. He unleashed it yesterday. He didn't play it in Sydney, and he didn't play it in the early rounds of this.
Well, he's got so many shots, hasn't he?
He got the message from Teriak. Whether he can put it into practice, I don't know.
Out. 30 all.
Bit upset about the slippery court, Roscoe. Thought he lost his footing a little then as he came in.
Oh, yes.
40-30.
It's a serve that comes down around about 140 miles an hour.
And leads you into one set point.
Ball.
Oh, too good.
Deuce.
Tanner wins this title, Michael. They might want to swab his arm to see if there is bionic material in there.
Fault.
Weight transference is very good too with all the arm swing, John.
Advantage receiver.
Maybe your trouble in tennis is you didn't have a Teriak threatening you.
I didn't think I had any trouble, Colin.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was quite happy.
Good boy.
Let's see where he serves. Forehand or backhand?
Out. Deuce.
He wants that same ball back, Newt.
Yes. I would too after a serve like that. Lucky ball.
Fault. Advantage receiver.
Roscoe's just got to keep pounding them down, hoping he'll miss a return.
Oh, you've got to keep after him. If you let him get to you hitting those winners, well, you're in a lot of trouble. Just got to accept the winners and keep after him. Like that.
Deuce.
Tremendous.
His third ace.
Advantage server.
Set point again to Roscoe Tanner. Oh, boy.
Australian on first set to Tanner. 6 games to 3. New balls, please.
You can hear him thinking, get that back, baby.
That was only one service break, wasn't it? First game.
Yes.
Either way.
So, it's amazing to me, Colin, that when I tried to serve that hard, I have to grunt and do everything. Tanner just sort of throws it up and doesn't take that much out of him.
No.
You were noisy.
Oh.
Well, you are noisy.
John, just talking about your service, we've said it many, many times you've been down there, you always had the facility of bringing out a very good service when the panic stations were reached on a 30, 40 point, sometimes even on a 40, 30 point in your favour. You bring out the big ace. It seems to be a habit of a lot of the good players, though, because this fellow just did it, didn't he, Tanner? Exactly the same. There was a threat coming to him, and he launches 2 superb services, and boom, he's got the game.
Well, that's why he's a great server. Not just for the fact that he can hit the ball hard, but for the fact that he can get it in when he has to.
We looked at those rankings before, and just to remind you, in the world rankings, and these are at December the 12th, the ATP official, Vilas is number 6 and Tanner number 11. But we've said many, many times there's very little between about 25 or 30.
I'll explain the next opportunity, Colin, how they arrive at those rankings and how they can change week by week.
The score now, love all, we start the second set, and Vilas has lifted his game but couldn't hold Tanner at 6-3.
Fault.